see punter and kickoff man Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. To throw, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play fake. Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Alton Robinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the option, a handoff to Carson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Falcons, nothing.
Second and 7. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. Carson the 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Mayfield now. Swings this out for a punt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They can have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Short throw to Disley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On second down now, it's Carson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Gano for the extra point. And it's 21-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Carson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This is Carson. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible change. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Alton Robinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a 1st down.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They go play action. Mayfield. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 31, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Pitts here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield on play action. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. This is Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing the Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run again with Carson. How did he stay on his feet? He's at the 40. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 25-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Open space inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard. There to the 21. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. Frank's looking to throw. Slide it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darrell Taylor in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys.
There he goes, right side. 30, the 20, 10, 5. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
And they take a knee. Wilson going to try once more. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Charles